Hey everyone, I'm Jason Galco. Welcome back to a ship called Relation. It is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day all. What a great day to have a relationship show, right? On Hump Day nonetheless. Let's get started. It is time for our RHT of the day, Relationship Hot Topics. Here we go. Now, attention ladies and gay men. Most of us, we're all guilty of this, I'm sure, if we're in relationships. We are always ragging on our guy for not spending enough time with us, telling them that they don't care enough about our feelings. The best one, you never pay attention to me. I know, we have some men in the audience today that are shaking their heads. Not me, not me. Well, here's the thing, what I found out this week, your guy actually does care about your feelings. You just haven't noticed. So I'm kind of going to shift it over today and kind of defend the guys here a little bit. Ladies, don't hate me, but you'll be surprised at what he actually pays attention to. Number one, he actually remembered to put the toilet seat down this morning. You just didn't notice. You just figured it was there, but he actually used it and put it back. How many ladies actually hate that out there? Be real. Okay, number two. He carries your packages inside without you even having to ask. I have to say, my John does that for me, don't you, dear? He's in the audience today, and actually he's going to be on stage with us a little bit later in the show. Number three, this is the best one. I always laugh at this one. He puts his arm around you at the bar or restaurant when he notices another guy checking you out. I call that peeing on your leg. You know how like the dogs mark their territory, they pee on things? That's kind of what the men do too, by putting their arm around you. They see a guy that's checking you out, they move in closer to you, now you're thinking back, they do this. And it's like equivalent to like peeing on your leg kind of thing, because they're marking their territory, they're letting this other guy know that you're taken and you belong to them. So that's funny. And I say that one because John has actually done that to me when we've been out. Haven't you, dear? He's nodding his head, yes. Number four. When you're actually going out for a date night, he squirts the cologne that you like without you even having to ask. How great is that? There's one cologne that John wears that smells so good. I think it's the Herrera one, right? It's the Herrera and the Twilight Woods. That one smells really great on you as well. So, some of your favorites, he's actually doing all of these things without you even having to ask, and he kind of feels like you're not noticing. So now maybe you'll pay a little bit more attention to him. Okay? Number five. He cleans up the beard stubble. Thank God for this one, because I can't tell you how many times that John has given me rug burn on my face when we've kissed. And plus, come on, we're coming into summer now, so the beard should be gone. I recently read a study, actually, that showed like the beards, that the guys did the no shave November this past November, and some of them have actually kept it. It actually collects more germs and bacteria than your toilet seat. How disgusting is that? Now, I'm all for the guy with the beard. I love the way the beard looks, but it has to be a certain length. And we're going to get to that later in the show when we talk about your online dating profiles, because the scruff is hot, the beard is hot, but you don't want it down to here, okay? We're going to talk about the correct length to have that. But he does clean that up for you, which is so great. So, those are the top 5 things that you may not have noticed that he does for you. So, pay a little bit more attention to that. Number 2, this is all about feeling sexy right now. We're coming into summer, as you know. So, you know, we're starting to get our beach bodies together. Many of us have joined a gym, probably. We're doing classes. I, for one, have done that. And let me tell you that I have dropped so many inches here. I mean, not so many. I was never huge, but enough to where my clothes fit me better. I feel healthy. I feel more energetic. I'm doing Zumba. I am gyrating my hips and shaking my bonbon, and let me tell you, it is working out for me. John had caught me doing the class last week and couldn't believe that I could move like that. Right? He's nodding his head yes, he's out in the audience. So, if you want to feel sexy, you want to feel great, if you want your man to notice some of your hot moves and your hot curves, join the Zumba class. Let me tell you, you burn so many calories and you feel so good doing it. We actually have a little video, if we could cut to that. Mike, is that cool? I'll send you the video. Let's take a look. Shout out to my girl Karan, who teaches a fabulous Zumba class. And I also have to thank my friend Christine for bringing me that sequin scarf to wear. Let me tell you the story. There's that one song that you just saw in the clip that I made up like my own moves to, and they all love it. They have a great time with it. Well, I say, you know, I wish I had like some kind of sequin scarf or something exotic to wear in doing that song. So anybody that's taking a Zumba class, you know that each song is different, each routine is different. So halfway into the class, when we do this song, it came on and I saw Christine, my friend, run over to her purse. I'm like, okay, she's grabbing water, whatever. She comes back with the scarf. So that's where he's, thank you for providing me with wardrobe. What a great time. So ladies, if you're looking to feel sexy, that's the way to do it. Zumba class, I'm telling you, I feel great doing it. And very quick story, rewind. I used to be an aerobics instructor, and back when I was doing it, we had cardio dance, where you spent the entire hour learning a routine, and then you put it together at the end of the class, and that was what you did. Zumba was so much different, and it was just starting to come out. So a lot of our classes were starting to be canceled because the Zumba was coming in, and all these other cardio classes were going out. So fast forward, now it's like the greatest thing ever. It's totally swept the nation. It's in every gym. It's in every, I mean, even some libraries have it. If you don't want to pay the gym membership, libraries have it. Any type of social gathering places, I want to say like a VFW type of place, also have Zumba classes. You just have to check, go on Google and see where you can find a Zumba class near you. Some instructors do it for like little to no money. And you can have a great time and you feel sexy. As I said, John didn't know I could move like that. So, getting into our online dating profiles. Now, as I said, summer is coming. This is the time, if you remember, we talked about spring cleaning relationships a few weeks back. I also told you how you can kind of spring clean for yourself if you're single and getting back into the dating scene. So, online dating profiles and the dating apps are actually more popular now because anybody that has a smartphone, you can download the app for free, whether it's Tinder or Plenty of Fish, or if you're in the gay LGBT world, you have Grindr. You know, for me, I think Grindr is just like, you know, a sex around the corner kind of thing. Some people use it for dating, but let's be real here about that. That's actually how I did meet my hubby, though, so there are some success stories to it also. So to update this profile, this is the time now to really start cleaning all of that out, getting the most out of these profiles that you're on. So ladies, I'm going to start with you. You want to make sure your hair is always done. When you take your photo to update your profile photo, you don't want your hair back in a ponytail. You don't want it up in an updo because you can't really see, you know, the true you. You want it hanging down wherever your hair is. Maybe get some curls in there, maybe a little snip here and there. Clean it up. No roots, okay? Get the dye job done. Hey, we all do it. Eyebrows, of course. Makeup. You don't want to go out looking like Tammy Faye, but you also don't want, you know, fresh, you know, as you woke up in the morning either. So a little bit of makeup just to enhance your beauty that you already have. And pick out something really colorful. I've actually breezed through some people that write into me all the time that say they're online dating. I go to their profiles and I just look and see what they have. I'm seeing a lot of dark clothes, a lot of blacks, a lot of grays, even some white. It doesn't show up best on camera. And as I said, coming into these warmer months now, you want to have more color, okay? You want to get some more light blues, you want to get some yellows. Sundresses for the ladies are very popular. Now that it's getting really nice out, you can pull out that sundress. You can pull out those lighter blouses, a skirt perhaps. And it doesn't have to be a full-length photo either. Have your friend, I mean, unless you're a master at selfies, I don't suggest selfies because if you notice when you're doing this, all of this is kind of becoming crinkled here and this is riding up and it's just not very attractive. See, now I have to fix myself. So you want to have your friend take photos of you and use a real camera also because that'll show up, it'll really enhance who you truly are. So I suggest taking 100, taking 1,000 until you find the picture that you're most happy with. Now when it comes to that profiling, you're talking about yourself and you want to grab attention, I see the same thing all the time. I'm a fun-loving person, I'm energetic, I love walks on the beach. I love all that too. So I could go with anybody. You want to stand out from the person that's above you and below you. You want that profile to be like the star profile for that guy that's checking you out. So talk really in depth about what you're looking for, what your interests are, what you love to do. We all love the walks on the beach. It's a beautiful atmosphere, but go above that. Think outside of the box. I guarantee you will get the most out of that profile. So we are going to take a quick break here. When we come back, my hubby is going to be on set with me, and we're going to talk about the things that attracted us to each other through online dating. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm Jason Galka, and welcome back to A Ship Called Relation. Today I am telling you how to get the most out of your online dating profile, because the dating profiles online and even the apps on your phone are so popular these days, and so many people complain that they don't find the right person, or they don't know how to find the right person, and they're just not getting enough out of those profiles. Well, online dating could actually be very successful, and here's a success story right now. The love of my life, Mr. John Graziano. Hi, babe.
Hi.
I know you're a little nervous, but you know, the
Just
last time you were on the show with me, everybody thought that it was a great show, and they had fun with you, and you told a very funny story, which we won't revisit that. You could watch in the archives. Now, we actually met off of a dating app. It's called Grindr, and as I said, you know, I don't consider it so much as a dating app, but that's the way it's portrayed by some people. We hit it off right away, but you were actually the first to hit me up. So why don't you tell everybody why you felt so compelled to send me a message?
From your picture.
My picture.
Your picture.
And describe my picture so everybody knows.
Well, black tank top by the water with sunglasses.
Yes. Well, you know, now that I look back, I wasn't doing a relationship show or anything, but what's so significant about that picture that he's talking about is because it was taken in summer. Okay, it was actually taken on Fire Island by the water. So there's a beautiful surrounding. I was toned, I was, you know, tan, it was summer. You know, everything was great except for the sunglasses. I don't recommend wearing sunglasses in your photo. You want the person to see everything about you. Also, you're laughing. Why are you laughing? But it's true though. I mean, when you have a great profile picture, somebody feels more profound to hit you up. Is that right?
And you didn't look you were crazy, so that was a positive thing.
Little did you know, I'm crazy in other ways.
Yes.
No, but you want to have, and this is where we're going to talk about what the men should be doing for their online dating profile, because we already told the women, but now for our male viewers, for our gay friends out there that are on these apps, let's talk about some of the things they could do to enhance their profile. What you loved about my picture was that it was a summer scene. Okay, I was tan, I was smiling, okay, so you can see my teeth. Those are things you want to keep in mind when you're taking the photo. But even before you take the photo, let's talk about some grooming techniques. What would you do? Because you had a profile as well. What did you do before you took the picture?
Well, I made sure my hair was cut, made sure my beard was trimmed, made sure my hair was dyed, always. Made sure I was dressed nice for any picture that I took.
And that's important. Grooming, number one, is the most important when you're taking a picture for an online profile, because strangers are seeing it. I look at dating as an audition, as you know, because you're auditioning people that you want to have a date with and eventually spend your life with. I mean, that's the purpose of all of this. And so you want to look good. It is.
Is it? Okay.
Is it? I don't know.
I'm
Judging by the silver thing you put on my hand, it should be. So you want to make sure that you always look good. So yes, cut the hair. I mean, you're actually a prime example today. Your hair is cut. You haven't, you know, you don't have whites or grays, and that's your preference. I personally think that the salt and pepper look is very sexy. I think it's very sexy on you when you have it.
I don't like it.
I do.
I don't like it.
And even the girls you work with love it too.
That's them.
So the majority rules, okay? So if that's your preference, no roots. Definitely shave, as you say. You have a nice little chin strap, as it's called, which I really like because it's not too much hair, it's not a lot of stubble, and it doesn't leave me with rug burn. Okay, some guys, actually your brother has this beard, he needs to trim that. It's this big bushy beard that goes back to No Shave November. Remember when guys were doing that way back when? And as I said, that actually collects more germs and bacteria, so that's a little gross. Yeah. So you want to get rid of that. 5 o'clock shadow is perfectly fine. Smooth face is fine. What my hubby has here is perfectly fine. I think it's a very sexy look for you.
Thank you.
It makes you look mature as well.
When I shave, I look like I'm 12 years old, so I try to keep it.
12, huh?
Well, not 12, but young, pretty young.
And also, you want to look nice for your photo as well. So, gentlemen, you know, think of you dress for the job that you want, okay? So now dress for the date that you want. If you're looking for somebody that's extremely classy, if you want somebody that's more exotic, if you will, then you want to dress for that. But again, stick with colors that are very summery. We're coming into the summer months now. This is the time you're really going to start meeting people, and you want to meet people. We're coming out of hibernation. The winter is gone. The cold weather is gone. You're going to be going down by the harbor if you're on Long Island. You're going to be going to the beach. You're going to be going to parties. You're going to be out there. So you want to make sure that your wardrobe is up to date. You're wearing bright, springy colors, and you're always smiling with your lips and your eyes. Remember that you're much more approachable. Right? Anything you want to add? That's good. Okay. I actually have a little bit of surprise for you that I'm going to spring on you that you have no idea this was coming. And you at home can play along. It's a little game that I like to call How Strong Is Your Relationship? Okay. Now, here's how it goes. Pay close attention because you could play at home. It's a series of 6 questions, and you can only plead the 5th to one.
Okay.
Now, no matter which one that you plead the 5th to, you have to answer the other 5 no matter what. You ready? Okay, here we go. Play along at home. How often do you fantasize about me? Answers are right now, often, or rarely.
All the time, right now.
Good save, good save. Number 2, how often do you feel you express your feelings for me? Never, every day, or sometimes?
Every day.
I'll agree to that.
I hope so.
This goes back to Hot Topics number 1. When you don't think he's doing things for you, he actually is. Number 3, have we had sex together in the last week? Answer is, yep, I wanted it, nope, or I demanded it.
Yes, I wanted it.
I demanded it.
Sure did.
That's just me. You can tell we're a couple here, right? Mike is in the background laughing there at us. Number 4. So far you haven't pleaded the 5th to any.
I know, I'm starting to sweat. I'm getting nervous.
Well, they get better as we go along. Number 4. If you see another man naked, what do? Run and find me and see what happens? Depend on what I would do? Or cheat?
Well, we never cheat.
This should be interesting.
We never cheat, so I go the other way.
You're sweating.
I know.
What do you mean go the other way?
What's the reason I'm going?
The choices
got me
were
nervous.
run and get me and see what happens. In other words, partake, or depend on what I would do.
Can I plead the 5th on that one?
I knew you would do that. I have my answer. All right. He pleads the 5th. Last 2 you have to answer no matter what.
Okay.
You sure you want to do that?
Yes.
Final answer. Do you think you love me? Maybe. I hope so that we have sex later. Or yes.
Yes.
The middle one for me. I'm just kidding. And last but not least, do you want us to last?
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Maybe, yes, or only if you find another hot guy.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Yes for me as well. That's the end of our little game.
That wasn't that bad. Okay.
That wasn't that bad. You did really well. All right. Before we close, we always get to your questions. We have a few today from Maxine and Evelyn. You want to read them to me?
I sure will.
All right.
Evelyn says, so I've known this guy Diego for a year. I've developed some sort of feelings for him, and I want to tell him, but I don't know how. Any suggestions?
Okay. Kind of a simple one. Sometimes you just got to grab the bull by the horns, as I like to say, and you really just have to tell them. But there's a way to do it also. You don't want him to be uncomfortable. You don't want him to run screaming in the opposite direction. So my suggestion would be to actually, if you're seeing him all the time, you want to have like a discussion with him. Okay, start it off as that. A very comfortable atmosphere, whether you're out having a cocktail or you're out to dinner, and just say, I'm really enjoying the time that we're spending together, and I'd like to get to know you better. I really see us forming into a relationship. What do you think? And then that, it doesn't really give him the option to say yes or no. He kind of has to tell you how he feels. But I always tell people to be prepared also that he may not feel the same way. Okay, so you want to be prepared for that also. But don't take it as a Debbie Downer. It happens sometimes, but get right back into the game. But that would be my suggestion. What do you think?
Well, to know somebody for a year, though, you still have a little bit of an idea if they feel the same for you or
True.
not. So, just go by your instincts.
Yeah. And don't you think also that maybe he would have made a move already if he was interested?
No, not all the time.
Okay.
I don't think so.
You think men are shy?
Yes.
I look at you because you're like the gayest straight guy, and I'm more like pro-women. So like I'm thinking like the woman is thinking, and you're kind of thinking like the straight guy. So what would you think? I mean, could you just be shy and you're not going up to her?
Well, I don't approach anybody. I'm not, I never go to somebody to approach them.
You approach me.
Yeah, on the internet, that was different. But I would never go up to you in a bar if I saw you and to say something to you.
See, now that's interesting. Do you find that people have more confidence on a computer or a phone app than in person?
100%.
Yeah, I can agree to that too, because they're not in front of you, right? Mike is the straight guy in the background. What do you think?
I'm bad, man.
He says he's bad. He's not good at these things. We'll help you next week. All right, next question.
Next one's from Maxine.
Okay.
Jason, I've been single for 2 years. I've been on a few dates, but they talk a good talk, but never call. And am I looking too hard? What do I do when the time is right? Am I ready?
Okay. Yeah, sometimes, you can look a little too hard. And it's kind of like, Murphy's Law type of thing where when you stop looking, that's when it happens. You don't want to give up and you don't want to stop because everybody has the right to happiness. There's somebody out there for everybody. The trick is you have to find them, and that's the hard part. So what I suggest is don't give up. It's take a step back, okay? And really just kind of let things happen naturally. If you don't have an online dating profile, make one. I gave you great tips on what you could do to make it very effective. Talk about specifics that you really enjoy doing, what truly defines you. Give that a shot. Again, it's an audition process. If you don't like what you're seeing, you don't have to see them again. You don't give them a call back, right? What do you think?
I agree. I think trying too hard also works against somebody.
Yeah.
Things need to happen naturally.
You don't want to look desperate either.
Yeah.
No desperation.
People pick up on that if you look
exactly.
desperate.
They really can. So, ladies, thank you so much for writing in. If you would like to send me your questions, feel free. You can visit me on the web now, www.jasongalka.com. You can read my blog. Okay, you could also send me questions through there. Catch up on what you've missed here on A Ship Called Relation and see some of my other little things I have going on too. So, this was a lot of fun. You did great. Now, do you want to walk off together like Dr. Phil and his wife? Thank you for joining us. See you next time.